Yes, my people, now welcome again. This now morning focus and our TV now run this one straight from the matter directly. And like you know, morning focus no matter we they talk about economics, politics, as they all that's how they drop the matter. Okay, and this morning I deal with me for the studio and one of our very senior comrade is there here with me talking about comrade Elitim Bakumo. You are very welcome, sir.
Thank you very
yes,
much.
And we still get for the studio. He's a senior comrade. I like this man because he's vibrant and he's a youth. You know, go agree. But thank you for having been here today.
He's a reverend
talking about comrade Salako Yerimine. Yes, he's here. He's the chairman, the CEO, the board of director, the Zanzakam intellectual camp. My brother, this people that they worry you, so if you know. But last we're not gonna worry on that. So after we go on this break, when we come back, we're gonna hammer this matter.
What do you define? What do you want here? I've been a news, I've been a entertainment, political.
Okay, we don't come back and the matter will be so with the reason that this Adakaburu matter, talking about Adakaburu. Adakaburu now one of the foremost, in fact, one of the pioneer leaders of Ijaw struggle, the Niger Delta struggle today. Today you hear say militancy, you hear say this all those one are struggle. But this man, he get what he fight for. He get things when he believe in for the Niger Delta. He own to say in people live better life. And I make today the Ijaw nation as a whole, they celebrate him. They take a day out to celebrate him like the hero that he is. So now the matter when be say we will discuss today. So we want ask some few questions and we will get the response because this man Adakaburu, so he don't do well. He do better thing before he die. And today people they celebrate him every year, including even the Governor General of Ijaw, talking about His Excellency Governor Dixon Seraki. Himself they celebrate the man because the man tried. Now we want to know the man Isaac Adakaburu. Over to my right, Mr. Yerimine Salako. I will ask you how you see the man Adakaburu.
Yes. Once again, I want to say thank you to the Wafi TV management for bringing me here to address the state of Ijaw and also to analyze the positive impact of Adakaburu's struggle when he was alive and after his death. I want to also thank my brother, Comrade Elitim Bakumo, the convener of Ijaw Unity Conference, that we are together here. It's very rare privilege. That is one. Then secondly, like I said yesterday, that Adakaburu is a legend that will never die in the heart of Ijaw people. Because, like as I said, he has done well, extremely well. Meaning he sacrificed his own life for the sustainability of all of us. The Ijaw man, the Ijaw man, and the Ijaw woman. Even at this point in time, that even though we cannot get to where we are expected to be, I know the future of Ijaw nation is actually bright because the young people are presently awake from their sleep. So definitely we'll get it right. So when you mention or when you talk about Adakaburu in Ijaw land, so many people are happy that he's a man from the Ijaw nation, he's a man from the Niger Delta area. Reason being that he fought a good fight, a fight that is unquantifiable, that nobody, like my brother mentioned yesterday, or described Adakaburu yesterday as the Jesus Christ of Ijaw nation, and that is true. Because it is only Jesus Christ that died for humanity, for people to sustain. And here on earth, Adakaburu did the same. So he's a living legend. His struggle has widely impacted so much on us. And it is expected from us to emulate his steps. That is very unfortunate that things are not going right, even at this point in time. But generally, Adakaburu is a figure that will always celebrate, even in death.
Okay, thank you very much. Coming to that aspect of, people, Niger Delta, they carry on the legacy, wetin the man live for, wetin he fight for, wetin he die for. People no dey use like that take dey carry on. How you see that part? Most especially the youths of the Niger Delta. Yes. Because I believe say Adakaboro na youth.
Yeah.
Yes. He na youth. Even when he died,
he
died as a youth.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that first of all, we want to say happy Boros Day to everybody, all the Ijaw people around the world. Unfortunately, not only Ijaw people they celebrate Boro Day, but the Boro, not be only Ijaw people supposed to even celebrate them. Boro died for Niger Delta and not just for Ijaw people. Now, what does that tell us? Are we as modern youths today? If you look at history, when you look history, you go see say people wey don make name, people wey don do great things for their people, they did those things in their youth. But unfortunately, because of the times that we find ourselves, I don't know where I will pinpoint the failure to. We youth of nowadays, when we dey come out with innovative ideas to carry Ijaw nation forward, to carry Niger Delta forward, to carry Nigeria forward, we are not encouraged. Money when big man go drink for expensive hotel, carry a woman for expensive place, only 10% of that money when he go give you as a young man, make you take push that your dream, when go bring betterment for the whole of the people. At the end of the day, he will not give it to you. It is a big disappointment. Now, these same people now, they go come tomorrow, go come speak big English, go say na them they make, na them they do this, they do that, feeding on the little struggle that we the young people of nowadays have made. Recently we see, although we go reach there, I want to just touch on small. We see how somebody carry Izaza camp name, go they collect money from people. So we have become so selfish. The Ijaw man, the Niger Delta man, we have become so selfish, we have become greedy, we have become self-centered. We not going that feeling of say make we put Ijaw first is no longer there in most of us, including myself, unfortunately, because we work on ourselves every day to ensure that we become better willing tools to ensure that the Niger Delta dream, the Ijaw dream, is achieved. You understand? So Boro, now that man when keep everything aside, even as intelligent as he was, there's nothing when government as at then not offer Boro. There was nothing. But the only thing he say he wants and the betterment of his people. That was why he even declared the Niger Delta Republic, where that led to the 12-day revolution, that led to him going to jail till they can't release him. He can agree say he go fight Biafra for Nigeria on the agreement that the Nigerian government will give Ijaw people a state, and that is the bet how the today River State came to be. The River State you are seeing today was supposed to be the first Ijaw state, not even Bayelsa. It was supposed to be the first Ijaw state where we can control our resources, where we can enjoy ourselves as a people. Because it can't be like say the Nigeria system they scatter us so that they will fit like what they call divide and how do they call them? Divide and control and divide and rule or something. That was what they have been doing. So Boro wanted something that will unite the Ijaw nation, the Niger Delta nation, so that we can live as one people. Understand? Say we are brothers and sisters with similar cultures and everything, so that we go fit see how we go fit be better people, because the things where God dey bless us as Niger Delta people, as Ijaw people, are numerous. And I can tell you categorically today that now we dey feed Nigeria. Go to NNPC today, you go see Hausa people, you go see all kinds of people, small boys, they drive G-Wagon, you go cry. Meanwhile, you be Ijaw person. Boro don fight this fight. Say make we reach somewhere today, but how many of us have been able to say poverty not dey our land again? That is why Boro Day is supposed to be a day for sober reflection, where Ijaw people supposed to come together and think. The thing where Boro die for, we don't achieve am. It should be what we should be thinking every day. Every Boro Day should be like a day of fasting and reflection and prayers. Yes, and the thinking and strategizing for the way forward until the Ijaw dream, the Ijaw agenda, the Niger Delta agenda is achieved. Thank you very much.
Yes, talking about Boro being a youth, say Boro na youth na you be.
Yeah.
Now, we don't see a lot of our youth, a lot of them,
Yeah.
from this Niger Delta axis. You know, some of them, the way that they live, My brother, I know if you say it's nothing to write home about according to the woman. But to us, like even to you, I know say you don't see some of them. Some they engage in drugs, cultism, and all that. You feel say like youth now, when we are youth, we youth as I talk earlier. Now, those things where these young men that they do, like now small time you go say they don't go block Chevron, they don't go all this oga they don't use them, they go block East West Road, they don't block all these things. You feel say na the things wey Boro live for, because if we say Boro die for Niger Deltans, Boro die for the German. I think the way Jesus take die for Christians they are supposed to be living like Christ. Now if na these things Boro stand for, then this youth supposed to dey live the way Boro live. So una feel now say this thing wey this youth dey be, how una think say e take dey affect the Niger Delta gone? How una feel say e take dey affect even Boro for im grave? You feel say im go dey happy with these things when these youths dey do?
Make I just chip in before my brother. You see, na several things. Not be just, it's not a black and white thing. You understand? Because we here, we are deprived people. There is nothing where we don't achieve right from the days of our ancestors. If you read Ijaw history very well, even before Boro, there is nothing that the Ijaw man has achieved non-violently. I'm very sorry to say. And I know they encourage violence, but there is nothing the Ijaw man has achieved from day one, from history, can't reach the time of Boro, can't reach today, can't reach how would they get NDC, amnesty, can't get everything when you want to say we don't fit manage, achieve, even though we never even achieve up to 30%. There was none that we were able to achieve non-violently. Because the Nigerian system don't make people believe say if you not fit fight for what you want, you not go get them. Now coming to people when they go protest, they go block this, they go block that. If it is for the right reasons, it is our human right to protest, to demand for what we think it is ours. But if the problem what would they get with some of all these things when they happen today, say the people where they push those people to go do those things, at the end of the day when the benefit go come, those people when carry the placard, when they block the road, when they close the company gate, when they do this, when they do that, they will not be there to benefit. Because now selfish leaders, some selfish group, self-centered group of people, now they send those people to go do that thing. So maybe at the end of the day now, maybe now the 1,000 naira or 1,500 what they give you, make you take, just go stand there with the thing, that be your achievement. And that person might have gotten millions out of that of what you have just done. So I think it is better that whatever we are doing, that is why we like what the Zaza camp is doing. Whatever we are doing as youth today, we should not be just reactive people. We just react. They say, oh, we'll react. No, we should be proactive people. We should this thing happened. Okay, let us sit down. Let us think. Yeah. Why did the thing happen? How did the thing happen? How would they go about this thing? Where we say, would they bring a maximum result where we need? That is the kind of youth that we need around. Unfortunately for us, by the grace of God, we get those kind of youths, but the support, I don't go back to that support. It's not there. It's not there. You they do something. People ready to go do wabu, to go party, instead of them to go carry them, go spray, make them know say so big man, go so party. Instead of them, that's smart. Okay, my brother, you are doing this thing. Go. Let us see how we can push this thing because we need this thing. They will not do that. But when you don't struggle on your own, do that thing to a certain extent, they go come from your back.
Now my boy be that.
Very good.
Now my boy be that.
Thank you very much, my brother. Make my brother throw that.
Okay, like
for me, let me react on this issue. For me, societal versus criminality, drugs abuse and the rest of it is caused by leadership negligence.
Yes.
Our leaders are major cause of it. My brother have stated it clearly here. Now is hosting a conference that will educate or possibly reset the mindset of our youth. Then I ask him how many leaders I'm supporting. But we call even in the midnight to go and do something for them. to go and write for them, to go and say they are good people. They are very good in doing that, and it is very bad.
Yes.
So that is why if you see a young man thief person money for his house, my brother, something instigated that young man to do that. Something instigated that young man to do that. If you go to the Philippines, you will see that even the common man dine with people that are elected. But today, you, as the presenter of Wafi TV, you cannot go and dine with a governor. Who are you in this country? So if you put everything together, because our youth are no longer thinking positively any longer, because every day a lot of things are happening in our society, every day. So you cannot use the days of Atakaboro to compare today, because the days of Atakaboro, I think the leadership doors are open, meaning the leadership are 100% accessible. But now our leaders, immediately after election, they will close their gates. You must answer different series of questions.
Switch off their phones
Before you go inside to see your leader. Even when you go inside to see your leader, you will not be given the full opportunity to express your views, because he see himself as the superior of the day. So that is it. So the high rate of insecurity in our area and every form of criminalities are caused by leadership negligence. We don't need to hide the truth. So if the leaders can be able to change their ways, do innovative programs, give scholarship to people, at the end of the day, I'm telling you, our society will be bright, because the more you invest on innovative programs, engage students on scholarship, you will see that you are building a better society. But in the case of our Ijaw leaders, it is Sekabi. It's too bad. It is too bad. So we can never compare the days of Atakaboro to today. But I know that by the special grace of God, we will get more Atakaboros, more Tompolos, and more John Togos in Ijaw in a very short distance of time.
Yeah. Thank you very much. My brother Nasti Wafi TV now with day, and the morning focus now be the matter we see the reason for inside studio today. And don't forget, follow us for our social media page, Facebook at Wafi TV, our YouTube Wafi TV. Then you still follow us for our IG page, which is Instagram at Wafi TV. Don't go anywhere. We come back after now. You will hear.
That's all. What till you define? Waiting you want here. I've been a news. I've been a entertainment.
All right, don't come back again. And I still did the studio with my very brother's senior comrade Elitin Bakuma. He's there, and senior comrade Salako. That is
advanced.
No, I'm a comrade.
Reverend.
No,
comrade.
senior comrade. Reverend comrade. Yeremina Salako. Thank you very much for being with us. And now, at a point, comrade Salako, please. At a point, I think you now one time. They call her not be SRBPA to the RYC president, okay, talking about barrister Owolaimi Perotubo. You were his PA until some. Now, this issue, this borrow something, so the way people they carry this borrow day, people they do these borrow things. You feel say IYC now they project the fundamentals. IYC now, if you say that they carry on this legacy when you leave behind, because I know say there's no way you go fit to talk about Atakaboro when you know we talk about IYC, because IYC now be the foremost Ijaw group. In fact, the full Ijaw youth for this life now IYC now cover them. Now if you say IYC, they do their role, they play their role.
Yes. Actually, okay, like I told somebody yesterday, somewhere very close to my house, that if you are talking about Atakaboro, you must make mention of IYC, because the formation of IYC is after the death of Atakaboro it was the struggle of Atakaboro when he was alive and after his death. It resulted to the formation of IYC. So having said that, to a level, IYC is actually not doing well. They are not actually doing well to a level, meaning they are not projecting the interest of the common Ijaw. Because if you look very carefully from any angle, you will see that the IYC as a body has even been hijacked by some politicians. That you must do their thing first before they will know that this is IYC.
No, how do you mean say somebody or politicians hijack?
Yes, it is certain. Now, okay, look at it now. Look at it. We have two very large political parties in this country, the APC and the PDP. But if you look very well, the operations of IYC, if you look the operation of IYC, if you are a member of APC, that shows that you are anti-Ijaw. Even though you are a national executive member or a journal executive member, they will see you as an anti-Ijaw. Even their operations always favor the PDP. Now, let me
say that one are true because we know.
No, it is true, sir. It is true. Now, let us go to, let me use Central Bayelsa as a critical example. Have you ever seen IYC as a body condemned the evil actions against our people by the restoration government? Very good example, what happened in Amasoma. We expected IYC. Yes, I accepted Owelaimi as the genuine president of council. But I expected him to condemn that act by categorically telling the governor that he has offended our people and our people need apology.
So you mean to tell us now, say Owelaimi Perotubo, the president, yes. IYC,
yes,
he not condemn that act?
No, it did to a level, but it did not satisfy my conscience. Reason because there is some political manipulations somewhere. So now, if you look at the operations of IYC of today, compared to the struggle of Atakaboro, you will see that we are actually not genuine in our operation, even though we are celebrating Atakaboro today. Atakaboro, as a human being, is a political being. As a human, is a political being. But when he was fighting for our sustainability, he never politicized his operations. But because there was some parties. There was parties then when he was alive. But when he was carrying out this 12-day revolution operation against the Nigerian states, he never politicized his operations. He carried out the operation all inclusively, despite who is involved. So my brother, I am actually not very pleased with the operation of IYC of today. I think they need to do more. They need to put politics aside in the operation so that they can always get it right.
Thank you very much. Over to you, Mr. Babu, please. Say Atakaboro, so he leave family behind. Now, he get children, just like every other man or woman. So people say government, which is the restoration government, or the Bayelsa State government, which is the just state that we have now, and the founding fathers of these struggles, the ones that are still alive, even the so-called IYC, say they not dey take care of the family wey he leave behind. I saw something on the net some few days ago, and I'm not too happy, honestly. I can't see the house, Atakaboro house. Not Mr. Bamaide, Kayama. I saw the house, my brother. I'm not happy. What if you say they cause this negligence when these people know they look this man family?
Yes, thank you. See, I start my talk today for this our discussion with the fact say the young man of today is a selfish man, it's a greedy man, it's a self-centered man. I not to know, but I know based on one or two information we don't get, say some of these things they don't come. Some of these benefits they don't come before. See, so like I talked for the beginning of this program, say the Ijaw man of now is a selfish man, is a greedy man, and is a self-centered man. However, we don't hear for some quarters say the Bayelsa State government don't place the family, the immediate family of Boro for scholarship, train some to school, give some employment. And at a point in time, we even heard that the house, so that dilapidated house, that old house, that Boro house, so say the Bayelsa State government bring out money when they build them. We don't know how true it is. We will find out subsequently as time goes on, because it is a matter of interest to all of us. So we'll find out. But for the fact say up till now, for the years where Boro don't die, up till now, that house never get a lift, a facelift. Is a disappointment. Okay. Secondly, I want to touch on some of the issues when my brother Salako touch. I want to say that IYC do that was the giant. IYC, Ijaw Youth Council, the strongest youth body in the whole of West Africa, today is a failure. And I will say it's a failure.
How do you mean a failure?
Yes. Imagine IYC today, they will get faction. We get two IYC presidents. We see say this president they do this own thing, this president they do his own thing. Then we see say inside each of this their group, some of their escos, based on what my brother talk, some of their escos when belong to when we pro one party, they oppose issues when this other side bring, because this other side is pro one political party. Then we dey see for inside IYC, when you go see say the person na IYC executive and na appointee for inside the government. It should not be so. If you dey do IYC, you dey do IYC. No be you dey do IYC, you dey contest for House of Assembly. You dey do IYC, you dey be essay to NDDC chairman. You dey do IYC, you be essay to want this thing. Those things like cripple IYC. What is wrong with say, I have gotten an appointment, I hereby resign my office from Ijaw Youth Council to avoid to ensure that the IYC process is transparent. Whoever did there is not partisan. Now you did there, you be essay to governor. You did there, you be essay to one local government chairman. And that local government chairman has become anti-Ijaw. He don dey do things now when they affect Ijaw issues. How do you now criticize that person? Because Steve Biko, a human rights activist from South Africa, before he died, he said, "He who feeds you controls you." How you want to criticize person when they feed you? Those are the things that are spoiling IYC. Now that we have even more brilliant minds where for fit propel IYC to a greater height. Now those brighter minds are being taken down, like what we would first talk about how leaders dey segregate people when get ideas to bring to move the thing, to move Ijaw nation forward. Now what people that we have there now are people wey wan go struggle for slot, for NDDC, for amnesty, for their personal gains. They travel up and down. Then you go come see Ijaw Youth Council, they pay stipends to aged and widows. Is it Ijaw Youth Council or is it Ijaw Aged Council? When Ijaw use them plenty wey never go school, Ijaw use them plenty wey never fit get access to one or two basic amenities, one or two small things wey dem go take dey package their life as youths, as young men, Ijaw youths. So you see so much misplaced priorities, so much bereftness of ideas. You dey see say people wey dey there now, they are confused. They go say money no dey. When small money comes, they don't know what they wan use am do, because they wan just put am for one kind of thing, so that before you know, they don go and carry the money, go dey meet their women dem and their girlfriend dem. IYC has become a total disappointment. The two people, Owolaimi and Eric Omare, both of them are failures. They are a disappointment, because they have even shown to us that IYC is they are disappointed because they have taken their personal intention gains above Ijaw interest, because if both of them are true Ijaw men wey really love Ijaw nation, dem two for don sit down, my brother na Ijaw thing we dey do, na how we wan take carry Ijaw forward, now we dey think I dey come on.
I want to no, before you move forward,
how we go take do this thing.
Barrister William, the president, the president of the Joint Council, have tried all his possible best to see that.
Now you dey talk am now, me I don't know.
Yes, I'm saying it. This is what I know.
And recommended person not there now.
Yes, no, sit with this man.
Oh yes, now we between matters next minutes and associate bless your heart. Matters dey come up, my brother. No touch am. If you go touch am at all, make you say you increase am. Make you dive enter market. Oh, come back, my brother. Catch ya.
Talk louder.
Okay, we don dey come to the end of today's morning focus, and one important matter still dey we need to reason. Now you see this, like we talk about this IYC matter now. IYC, the division when e dey too much, and this division it cuts across almost every Ijaw youth gathering or anywhere where Ijaw people dey. You go see this one go say because my leader and this person no dey do well, me sef I no go follow am do well. It has become a norm, not onto normal thing for Ijaw this thing, and we are very very much aware of your organization. How una think say una fit take help for this situation wey dey ground, because this one say this one no dey talk with my oga, so I no go fit follow am play. When we see each other for road, we know say Ijaw people dey too like fight. So how we go handle this matter?
My brother, let me correct one impression. Ijaw people no like fight.
They say they like fight.
No, Ijaw people no like fight. But Ijaw people no like operation.
Okay.
If you are oppressing me today, what do you expect me to do? If you are oppressing me today, what do you expect me to do?
Then you go fight now.
Definitely. So now you fight me first. Now you oppress me. You want collect my.
We fight.
I'm not going to just go fight you now.
I mean, you fight now. If I fight you, you no go stay now. You just go fight me.
Definitely.
Now. And I mean, we fight now.
No.
Okay, sorry, we fighted.
It's all right. Yes, IYC factionality has caused a lot of problems to Ijaw people. It is, I think, it is only God that can help the situation. And I know very well that by next election, the factionality or the disunity that is causing a lot of abnormality in the system will be resolved. That I know by the special grace of God. They will zone the presidency to Eastern Zone, and you know there is unity in Eastern Zone in IYC, and also there is unity in Central Zone IYC. So as well as they zone the presidency to Rivers State, meaning to Eastern Zone, I know the whole of this disunity and every abnormality that is displaying out today will be resolved. That is that. For the formation of IIA, the Joint Interest Advocate Essential Intellectual Camp, is actually to also come and help the situation by trying to engage our leaders. There are procedures we follow. You know, there is difference between when I am hungry, when I am not happy, and when I am bittered.
That bitter on
bitter. So meaning you have pushed me to the wall. So I have to use my last strength. So if today you see that we criticize somebody, any leader, you should know that we have been pushed to the wall. That is why anytime I have the opportunity to discuss with my leaders, especially like Julius Bondi, Honorable Nicholas Mutu, Tito, and the rest of them, I always tell them, please, always make sure that there is large accessibility for your constituents, for your people to discuss with you so that you will know their pain. Let me tell you what happened, I think 2 years ago or last year, 2 years ago. There's an issue that happened in Akubene, landslide in Akubene. We drew the attention of Honorable Nicholas Mutu through the social media. Do you know what happened? He responded. And we together went back to that place and we see that the guy has responded to our cry. We now say, Oga, thank you. Those are the kind of things we want. The same thing applicable. I went to Julius Bondi. I said, Oga, look at one more problem. Please take this matter to the National Assembly. We know that in every form they are oppressing us, but let it be that your primary duty is you display your primary duty by interpreting our pains in the National Assembly. I told him, he said we should go and bring a letter, and we asked him to send that letter to his legislative secretary, and I did so. And he promised that by 2 o'clock, by so day next week, you will see me in the floor presenting this case, because you people, I am your messenger. And he did. A day to the day he promised, he did. We watched it live. And again, about flood issue, he said I should write again. I wrote. And he did it again. Those are the kind of people we want. That is why if you see people like us supporting Julius Mondi, don't be surprised. We will always support him, because he always give us audience to express our views. So in order for us to tell his lapses and commend him for the good things he has done, so that he can always be encouraged. So now, if he's, the information of IA is because we want to always get things right. People should not take it personal. People should not take it personal. Now, go to a Senator College Bomandi. We cried out and we said, Okowa, you must do this school. Our people deserve better educational system. Our people need or deserve better education. And he gave the contract to General Apuri, not to any member of his Zanzan. Go to Obatebe, we call on the deputy governor. Your paternal village is unkept. Mr. Deputy Governor, please go and develop your paternal village. I did not say you should come and develop Ayakromo. I did not say you should come and develop Ogodopuri, Torobene or Agoro. He went and he did something. We said thank you. But we are not satisfied. He has to do more. Because we expect him to do projects that will stand the test of time. Legacy project. Like what he's doing in Ekranko. It's commendable. It's commendable. Try to reach out to your maternal village too. And every other job, because their success is as a result of the massive or the block support of each people. So if I'm coming, sir, so I actually come to stay. We mean so much well for each people, and we'll continue to do. Will not give up. Because if we keep quiet while people are meting interested on us, internally and externally, my brother, our children will come on board. Our children will come on board and ask us the same question that is unanswered by our fathers. So I want to say that IIO operations are not politically motivated. It is self-motivated. We just know, relax, now we talk so that our areas will be developed, because the source of funding in Delta State in Nigeria is from the backyard of my grandmother. The crude oil is in the backyard of my grandmother. So why are not developed my place now? Politically, we are supporting the.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The same issue. I want you to also look into this issue.
See, we are all doing well. The likes of Izanza Camp, another let's say sister groups, doing waiting IYC suppose they do, but IYC, instead of to they look at critical issues of Ijaw land today, they are looking at Operation You Must Speak Ijaw. It's not a bad thing. No? Operation You Must Speak Ijaw is not a bad thing, but I think that there are more pressing issues for Ijaw nation to be spearheaded by the IYC than for us to the border about We Must Speak Ijaw, saying IYC they spearhead those kind of programs. So I want to commend the Izaza Camp. I want to commend them because they have done well actually. Although I have had issues with them, because my brother and I he talks say it's not politically motivated, but we know the kind of fight where we fight, me and them. We fought seriously because we are fighting for the same thing. But we had different approaches to those things. And because we know that we are brothers, the fight did not resort to enmity between us. You understand? That is maturity. That is people who know what they are doing. So I am commending them. And it is part of, I remember when we went to Obatebe, that is even before the death of Izazaka. Yes. They were all with me when we started this Ijaw unity sensitization. And we saw during the elections that our work, both online and on ground, yielded a lot of results. We saw how the way Ijaw people vote for this election in the history of Ijaw land. I'm not sure if Ijaw people don't vote like that before. It became a threat. When we saw our governor when on win, when he was complaining, he said that the Rivera election were manipulated and blah blah blah. He spoke all kinds of English. He failed to understand that because he come from land, he don't know say people dey river. So we showed him, but fortunately or unfortunately, me and him, his other camp and me, we are not benefiting directly. We don't win any election, but we work for people to win, because we believe that those people are either Ijaws, our brothers, or pro-Ijaws. You understand? And today, that sensitization tour was a success. And then tomorrow, Saturday, we are doing the Ijaw Unity Sensitization Conference again. This time to enforce the idea that, look, we are one people. We must learn to sit down and draw out the Ijaw agenda, not the personal agenda, not my community agenda, my kingdom agenda, my friend agenda. You understand what I'm trying to say? The Ijaw agenda. How do we carry each other along? How do we bring development to our people? Because right now, from the look of things, the truth is that things are coming in. Things are coming in, and we are playing a major role in ensuring that those things come in, even though we are not beneficiaries. But we are not worried. We are only saying that as the things are coming, please let the people feel the impact, and that is what Disaster Camp is also doing, that's why I am commending them. Let the people feel the impact, so that at the end of the day we have a better Ijaw nation. We are looking at unifying the Ijaw nation. We are looking at instilling that consciousness, because I don't want to mention tribe, but we know that in this country, some part in the other part of the country, the northerners, they always have what they call the northern agenda. The Yoruba people have the Yoruba agenda. Even this our small Delta state, we know that some people have an agenda which they have used to internally colonize us for so long, until recently when our eye come open thanks to the likes of the Adagaboro of our time, Tompolo, Asari Dokubo, and the rest of them. You understand? So these our agitators come wake us up, say, come, something dey go on. How come we be Ijaw people? We get oil, we not get access to oil. Our people not be employees for this oil company. So the fight has begun, and it has begun well. People have died and sacrificed themselves. Some people are still in I won't call them exile for the sake of Ijaw nation. Now we have come to another level, the political level of the Ijaw agenda. We have done the armed struggle. The Zazen Camp and others, IYC, they are doing the intellectual struggle. Now it is now time to enter the political struggle. Where are the Ijaw people in the political scene? How many of them, Ijaw people, they make up like almost 50% of Delta State election results? From since when they do election for Delta State to today, have we produced a governor? No. Now just now, by the grace of God, now we produce a deputy governor.
Yes.
So how many commissioners we get? How many SAs we get? How many we need to know on a state level and a national level? That is what Ijaw Unity Sensitization Conference this time is going. That level now we go to now. So I want to advise that we should all encourage this vision. We should all work towards it. It is. Somebody told me it some time ago. I don't want to mention the name. He said, Ellington, whatever ideas that you have for the advancement of your people and the advancement of your religious ideals, but I don't want to go into religion, another day we'll talk that one. He said they are not your ideas. They are ideas, they are divine ideas. Now God, now they put on. So never take ownership. Not knock your share, say this thing, now my thing. It is not my thing. Ijaw Unity is not my thing. I am just opportune to be a channel for this thing to come. And I thank God for my brothers like Salakov, like William Jr., and many of them, where we say we are always pushing each other, we are always doing things with little or no support to ensure that Ijaw nation is going forward.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And I think this one will bring us to the final conclusion to this our matter. Yeah. Like you know, this is Wafi TV. You can still follow us on our social media handles, like our Facebook Wafi TV at Facebook at Wafi TV. then our IG handle also Instagram at Wafi TV and YouTube on Wafi TV. My brother, thank you for staying with us, and I think we have to appreciate you people especially. Thank you for being with us. We appreciate. Thank you.
We also want to commend you, Wafi TV. You are doing a great job so far.
Thank you very much. Okay, we don't call a wrap, my brother. We don't go. We'll come again. Don't go anywhere. Focus.
Oh boy, now worry oh. Oh boy, they hear him.
Normal level.
You dey feel him. Now worry matters.
Come on,
oh boy, not touch him.
That's all.
What do you?